morning, students. Myself, Dr. Haribhav Vagiri, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, Maharaja Jivaraj Shinde Mahavidyalaya, Srigonda, District Ahmednagar. My subject is plant morphology and anatomy. In the last lecture, we have learned about second topic, morphology of reproductive parts. In that morphology of reproductive parts, we have studied the flowers. In that flowers, different part of the flower, position of floral holes on the thalamus, then arrangement of ovaries, then about sepals, that is calyx, then about corolla, that is calyx, petals. And in today's lecture, we are going to learn about third and very important and essential floral form, that is Androecium. Then Androecium is the third and essential floral hole which is placed inside the corolla, and it is made up of one or more stamens. The Androecium is made up of stamens. It may be one or more. And the main function of the stamen is to produce pollen grains, or that is also known as microspores, which is required for fertilization. When that microspores falls on the stigma, then it germinates, and on germination they give rise to male gametes. They give rise to male gametes, and stamens are main reproductive parts, and therefore stamens are called as a male reproductive part of the flower. Then what about the structure of the stamen? A typical stamen consists of three parts, that is connective, anther and filament. This is the typical structure of the Androecium. This is a filament, here is a connective. This is connective. Here is a connective. Then what about filament? This is a filament. What is the function of that filament? It is a cylindrical structure. Observe very carefully. It is a cylinder stalk of the stamen. This is the stalk of the stamen. It may be long or it may be short. ते लांब असू शकतो, आखूड असू शकतो. In some plants, it may be very short, and in some cases, it is upside. When the stamens without filament, it is called sessile. When there is no filament in this way, then it is called a sessile state. And the stamens without filament is called sessile, The filament is simple, but rarely it is profusely branched. In some plants, the stamens are branched. आपण कॅस्टरचं एक्झाम्पल घेऊ. कॅस्टरचा सेमन पहा, इट इज प्रोफ्युजली ब्रांच. एरंड आपण ज्याला म्हणतो मराठीमध्ये, त्या एरंडाचे स्टेमन्स पाहिले तर ते ब्रांच असतात. Then what about connective? This is the second and important part of the Androecium. It is a sterile tissue. त्या connective मध्ये काही मायक्रोस्पोर वगैरे नाही. It only connects two lobes, two anther lobes. They are connected only. And it is a sterile tissue which connects the anther lobes with filament. It is nothing but an extension of the filament between the anther lobes. It is the only extension of the filament between the anther lobes. ह्या दोन anther lobes ला कनेक्ट करण्याचं काम किंवा ह्याचं एक्सटेन्शन आहे. It is an extension of filament which connects two anther lobes. Sometimes the connective may prolong beyond the anther lobes into a hairy, scaly or feathery appendages. तर feather like appendages पण असतात काही प्लांट्स मध्ये. आपण जर नेरियमचा कनेर सर्वांना माहिती आहे. कनेरचा अँड्रोशियम पहा तुम्ही, त्याचे स्टेमन्स पहा, त्याचा कनेक्टिव्ह पहा. इट इज अ feathery appendages and this outgrowth is known as a staminal corona. That is known as a staminal corona. You take the example of nerium, कनेरचं प्लांट घ्या, ऑब्झर्व करा, त्याचे अँथरलोब्स पहा, त्याचा कनेक्टिव्ह पहा. Their feathery appendages are out. Then about anther. What is anther? This is a solar bag-like part placed at the top of the filament. This is the anther. This is a solar bag-like sac-like structure which is found on the topmost position of the filament. फिलामेंटच्या वरच्या टोकाला असलेला भाग त्याला आपण अँथर असं म्हणतो. इट इज मेड अप ऑफ टू लोब्स. Here is one lobe, here is another lobe. And each anther lobe contains two pollen chambers. Here, students, observe here very carefully. Here is one lobe, here is another lobe, here is another lobe, here is another lobe. Each anther lobe having two locules. Here is one lobe having two locules or chambers. And the pollen chamber contains number of pollen grains. काय असते त्याच्यामध्ये? Pollen grains. Pollen grains are present inside this. Pollen grains are present in the anther or pollen sac. This type of anther is bilobe. अशा प्रकारचे anthers आपण bilobe म्हणतो. And it is quadrilocular. Quadri means four. There are four locules. One locule, two locules. Third locule, four. Two lobes, four locules. That is called quadrilocular. That is called quadrilocular. Then next article is about fixation of anther. How that anther are fixed on the filament. What is the position? How it fixed on that filament. The attachment or fixation of anther is nothing but the attachment of anther with filament is called fixation of anther, which may be of different types. On this blackboard, we see that are the different diagrams showing the fixation of anther on the filament. First is the adenate. You You see first, this is adnate. What happened in this adnate? Which are different conditions? The filaments run along the back of the anther. This is anther. And this filament, it is run along the back of the anthers. अँथरच्या मागच्या बाजूला शेवटपर्यंतच्या टोकापर्यंत तो फिलामेंट जातो, म्हणून त्याला ॲडनेट असं म्हणतो. अँड इट इज फाउंड इन ॲनोडा. सीताफळामध्ये अशा पद्धतीची कंडिशन्स असते. मायकेलिया चाफ्यामध्ये अशा पद्धतीची कंडिशन्स असतात. आणि निम्फिया कमळामध्ये सुद्धा अशाच प्रकारची ॲडनेट कंडिशन्स ऑफ द अँथर आर फाउंड. Then next is the basics. See this diagram. In this basics, or it is also known as the innate. Then what is the conditions in this basics anther? The anther is fixed to the filament by its back. The anther is a back च्या बाजूने त्याला अटॅच झालेला आहे. And it is immobile. We know the flower of the passion flower मध्ये पहा. आणि बहुण्याचे सुद्धा फ्लावर्स पहा तुम्ही. मराठीमध्ये त्याला आपण आपटा म्हणतो. आपट्याची फुलं घेऊन पहा तुम्ही, त्याचे अंथर्स काढा, जे अँड्रोशियम काढा, त्याचे अंथर्स पहा, हाऊ दे आर फिक्स. देन देयर इज अ डॉर्सिल फिक्स. डॉर्सल बाजूला ते आपल्याला फिक्स झालेली दिसते. ओके, डॉर्सल साइडला दी फिलामेंट इज अटॅच. देन थर्ड टाइप इज अ व्हर्सॅटाइल. A versatile type of anther. The filament is attached to the back of the anther. This is the structure of the anther, and this is the filament, and this filament is attached by back side of this anther. See this very carefully. This is anther, and this is the filament, and filament is attached by its back side, and this type of anther is called a versatile anther, and it is a very common. आपण गव्हाचे फ्लावर्स पाहतो. गहू फीट, मकाचे फ्लावर्स पहा, वेगवेगळ्या ग्रासेसचे फ्लावर्स पहा. काय पाहतो आपण त्याच्यामध्ये? versatile anther. The filaments are attached to anther by its back side. अँथरच्या मागच्या बाजूला फिलामेंट अटॅच असतो. therefore it is called a versatile anther. And in this way we have studied 4 types of anthers. Then length of the filament. This next article is about length of the filament. The length of the filament with anther changes from one to other. In a didynamous condition, out of 4 stamens, 2 of which are long and 2 are short. आता काही फ्लावर्स मध्ये तशी पण कंडिशन असते की अंतरचे फिलामेंट 2 लांब असतात, 2 शॉर्ट असतात. एक्झाम्पल आपण पाहिलं ओसिम. तुळशीचे तुम्ही अंथर्स काढून पहा. सगळे त्यातल्यामध्ये फिलामेंट काहींचे लांब असतील, काहींचे फिलामेंट शॉर्ट असतील. 2 आर लॉंग, 2 आर शॉर्ट. अँड इन सम मेंबर्स ऑफ दी फॅमिली क्रुसिफेरी आपण मोहरीचं बघा, मोहरीचे फुलं घेऊन पहा. त्याच्यामध्ये काय दिसतं आपल्याला? देयर आर 6 स्टेमन्स, अँड आउट ऑफ दॅट 6 स्टेमन 4 आर लॉंगर. त्यातले 4 लांब असतात. अँड इनर होल्स अँड 2 आर आउटर होल आर शॉर्ट. त्यातले 2 जे आहेत ते शॉर्ट असतात. सच कंडिशन इज कॉल्ड टेट्राडायनामस कंडिशन्स. टेट्राडायनामस कंडिशन्स. Then abdioplastomalous conditions of diplostemonous condition. In the member of the family Rutaceae or in Caryophyllaceae, dianthus, the stamens are arranged in 2 holes. Outer hole of stamen lie opposite to the petals. And in flowers of arum, stamens are without filament called sessile stamens. आपल्याला अॅरॉम माहिती आहे. In some plants, in addition to fertile stamens, some remain non-functional, sterile, called stamen. आपण ज्यावेळेस कॅनाचा फ्लावर पाहतो, there are stamens become flattened and variously colored. Like petals called petaloid staminode, then staminal corona is present in plants like Calotropis. आपण रुटीचं जर फ्लावर पाहिलं, Calotropis procera असेल, Gigantia असेल, काही नेरियमचे फ्लावर जर पाहिले आपण, तर there is a corona. Then in Nerium, staminal corona is a staminal appendages. And in Calotropis, ज्याला आपण रुई म्हणतो, रुटी म्हणतो, the staminal corona is expanded. The corona is fleshy and horny. Then anthers may be facing inwards, introse type, that is in hibiscus and solanum, or extras, that is facing outward from the center of the flower. That conditions are found in Androecium. That is Papaverus family जो member आहे त्याला आपण बिलायत म्हणतो. काटे, thorny leaves are there. And stamens are branched in ricinus. आपण त्याला काय म्हणतो? Castor. Errand म्हणतो आपण त्याला, errand. Then what about variations of the stamens? Which are the different variations in stamens? The stamens in flower may be free. That is polyandrous. Androecium free असतं. किंवा काही वेळेस united पण असतं. They are united. They are united along themselves or with other parts of the flowers. ते त्यांच्यात united असू शकतात किंवा other parts of the flower. समजा एखादा स्टेमन आहे, तो स्टेमन एखाद्या पेटल वरती आहे, इपिपेटल्स, किंवा स्टेमन मध्ये फिलामेंट अटॅच आहेत, अँथर फ्री आहे, त्या कंडिशन्स. Then the union of similar parts is called cohesion. सारख्या पार्टचं युनियन असेल तर त्याला आपण कोहेजन म्हणतो. पण जेव्हा युनियन ऑफ वन होल विथ अनदर, then that is known as a adhesion. Means adhesion and cohesion. These two terminology are going to learn. Then cohesion of stamens मध्ये काय काय होतं पाहू आपण. ज्या वेळेस युनियन ऑफ स्टेमन विथ इच अदर इन डिफरंट डिग्रीज, वेगवेगळ्या कोणामध्ये त्यांचं युनियन होत असेल, इट इज कॉल्ड अ स्टेमन, कोहेजन ऑफ द स्टेमन्स. अँड इट इज ऑफ 3 टाइप्स. तशा प्रकारचं कोहेजन हे 3 प्रकारचं असतं. फर्स्ट इज अडॅल्फी, सेकंड इज सिंजिनी, अँड थर्ड इज सिनेंड्री. सिनेंड्रस कंडिशन आपण म्हणतो, सिंजिनियस कंडिशन म्हणतो, अडाल्फस कंडिशन सुद्धा आपण म्हणतो. Means what is Adelphi then? First is Adelphi. What is Adelphi? When stamens are united by their filaments. बघा यांचे फिलामेंट अटॅच असतात. हे फिलामेंट अटॅच, इथं फिलामेंट अटॅच. Filaments are attached, leaving anther free. And त्यांचे anther free असतात. High anther free, high anther free, high anther free. And such condition is called Adelphous condition. This condition is called Adelphous. This is a filament. See, this is a filament, this is a filament. The anthers are free. Anthers are free. Adelphous condition. Adelphia. Then Adelphia are again divided into different types. Monoadelphous condition, diadelphous condition, polyadelphous condition, syngenesious condition, synandrous condition. There are 5 monoadelphous conditions of the Adelphi. आता आपण एक एक्झाम्पल पाहू हिबिस्कसचं. This is a monoadelphous. There are different stamens, but they are come together on a Adelphi. एकाच अडाल्फीवरती सगळे स्टेमन्स अटॅच झालेले असतात, त्यामुळे त्याला मोनोअडॅल्फस असं आपण म्हणतो. What is diadelphous? There are two groups of the stamens. आपण गोकर्णाच्या फुलामध्ये पहा, there are two groups. 9+1 9 स्टेमनचा एक ग्रुप, एका स्टेमनचा एक ग्रुप. सिट्रस मध्ये पहा, there are 4 groups of the stamens. There are some conditions. In diadelphous and polyadelphous conditions are found in citrus. Salmania. Then syngeny. What is syngeny? Only the anthers of the stamens unite. आता तिथे काय होतं या syngeny conditions मध्ये? Anthers. These anthers are united. And filaments remain free. And these are the filaments. They remain free. But anthers, they are attached. अशा पद्धतीची conditions असेल, that is called syngeny. This is called syngeny. This condition is called syngeny. And it is found in sunflower. This type of condition is found in sunflower. The anthers of all 5 stamens unite by their lateral margins to form a elongated anther tube. And last in synandry. What about in synandry? What happens? When the stamens are united by their anthers as well as filaments through their length. म्हणजे बघा, त्याचे anthers पण joint, त्यांचे filament पण joint, हे पण joint आणि हे पण joint, दोन्ही joint. Through their length to form composite structure. या अशा पद्धतीने structure form होतो सगळं एकच, एक गठ्ठा बनवला. And that condition is called synandry, and this is found in cucurbita. Cucurbita म्हणजे भोपळा. भोपळ्यामध्ये आपल्याला अशा पद्धतीची कंडिशन्स पाहायला मिळते. ते कॉक्सिनिया, कोलोकॅसिया, these type of conditions, synandrous conditions are found. Then last part is adhesion of stamens. Then adhesion of stamens मध्ये काय होतं? It is the union of stamens with other floral leaves, that is sepals, petals, tepals and carpets. ज्यावेळेस petals हे किंवा stamens unite with the petals by their filament, that is धोत्रा, apomia, potato, brinjal, black nightshade. त्या प्लांट मध्ये आपल्याला एपिपेटलस कंडिशन्स दिसते. स्टेमन्स they are united with the petals. What is episepalous? Stamens unite with the sepals by their filament, that is quiscalis. मधुमालती काय म्हणतात त्याला? ते वेल, quiscalis indica. Then gravelia, that is episepalous conditions. And what about epiphylous condition? Stamens unite with the perianth lobes, that is tepals, by their filaments, that is found in tuberose. गुलछडी माहिती आहे? गुलछडी, कांद्याचे फ्लावर्स, त्याच्यामध्ये पहा, the epiphylous conditions are there. Then gynandrous condition, stamens united with the gynosia. This is found in calotropis. What is gynostemia? Stamen unite with the style and stigma of the flower. That is found in the vanda. It is epiphytic orchid. त्या ऑर्किड मध्ये आपल्याला अशा पद्धतीची कंडिशन्स आढळतात. आणि लास्ट आहे gynostegia. Gynostegium is found in the calotropis. All anther of the stamens are united with the stigma, but style remain free. तिथं स्टाईल फ्री असतात आणि स्टिग्मा जोडलेलं असतं. And the filament produce staminal corona, that is gynostegium provide landing site for pollinator. आपण हे पाहतो रुईमध्ये. रुटी म्हणतो आपण, काही भागामध्ये त्याला रुटी म्हणतात. कॅलोट्रॉपिस पुर्सेरा, कॅलोट्रॉपिस गिगॅन्सी, the different species of that plant. In the next video we will learn about gynosia. Thank you.